Welcome. How you doing?
Hi, Brandon. How are you?
Doing well. Nice to meet you. How did you, Mel, get into Web3? What is kind of your inception story?
Yeah, so I have been in Web3 before it was called Web3. So I got
Long enough
into
then.
crypto I got into Bitcoin back then in 2013 in the summer. I was studying aerospace engineering in the Netherlands. And from one moment to the next, I discovered this Bitcoin thing and became completely obsessed by it. And so about 3 months later, I quit my university. I canceled all my Dutch bank accounts and I decided to live exclusively off of a Bitcoin wallet on
You
my
became a
Android
real
phone.
degen.
Became the first official DJ, one of the first. I've yet to hear anyone who did something similar earlier than me, but I don't know for certain if I was the first. But
And how did that go? Was that a hard transition?
yeah, so it was a hard transition because back then, and even to this day, very few places still directly accept crypto, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there was this map, like Bitcoin something map, and there was one place in Singapore and like two places in Thailand. Like I would literally like string my traveling together
Mm-hmm.
by going to these the one cafe and the one like hostel that would accept Bitcoin supposedly.
Sure.
And then I would arrive and they'd never, they wouldn't even know what Bitcoin was half the time.
Right.
But like, yeah, back then I mainly survived because one of the wallets was called mycelium wallets,
Mm-hmm.
and you could post like an advertisement in there with your location to say that you're either buying or selling Bitcoin. And so I would like put an ad to say like, oh, I'm in Taipei selling Bitcoin 2% above market price.
Mm-hmm.
And then like in the middle of the night, 3 days later, I'd get like a message, some dude, I want to buy Bitcoin. So I'd meet, I'd like take the bullet train up to Taipei and I'd meet in the, second floor of like
Was that local Bitcoins?
Yeah, it was basically the same as local Bitcoin. So it was local Bitcoins, and then mycelium was like the other one. And yeah, like some dude would hand me would like give me a stash of Taiwan dollars, and I would like send him a Bitcoin. And
It was like Craigslist for crypto. It was very
it was
weird.
Craigslist for crypto. So that's how I basically like got into the space many years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a very similar inception story too. And I do remember a few cases like that with local Bitcoins where I was either trying to find an ATM somewhere, which was very scarce and had really high fees, or I had to meet someone random. I remember them giving me a bag of cash one time. It was the most awkward thing in the world, but
yeah,
we've come quite a long ways, haven't we?
Yeah, we definitely have come quite a long way. Yeah. So actually, when did you then get in? If you have similar experiences,
I got in 2013 initially as an investor, and then 2017 I decided to dive into the space a bit more full-time, fully, with the podcast and some other ventures and other investments as well. But I've been in the space since 2013, I think, at the earliest.
Real OG, Brandon. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
It's aging well.
Good to meet another one. Yeah, it's aging very well for me too. Yeah.
Very nice. What are you working on now? Token.com? It's on your shirt too. I see it.
Yeah, correct. So basically, you might be able to relate to this. Crypto has now existed 15 years, but we're still not in the end game. Right? Like it's still, as an industry, still in like some relatively early phase.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the big thrones that has yet to be won is like the billion user consumer app, right? Like if we look at the internet, this, like Facebook was the first clear winner, and then, Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and whatever, all these other, platforms eventually reached 1 billion users. All of them are social platforms, as a side note. And they deliver unique but massive value to the user. And I have the strong suspicion that the current consumer champions in our industry, like, for example, Coinbase or Binance, that they are not actually going to be the billion user applications. And I say that because after a decade of being in the space, their apps basically look the same. Like 10 years ago, exchanges were like a list of coins, right? Like you've got a list ordered by market cap and then some numbers next to it. And 10 years later, still looks the same.
Yeah.
And because of these pages, right? Like because of Coinbase, because of Binance, because of whatever exchange, this is what what the masses, what retail users think crypto is. Crypto is like this, like these tickers, and you buy the one that goes up. That's basically what crypto is to people. And but in reality, we know that behind some of these tokens are amazing stories with like visionary founders who are trying to change the world in their own unique ways, right? Some stories are a lot better than others, right? Some stories are really meaningful to some people and not to others.
Yeah.
But none of these stories get exposed on Coinbase, right? And so I think that's basically the big opportunity here. I think the billion user app that brings tokens to the masses is going to be a social app that puts the storytelling front and center, right? Because that's what happened with Web 2, right? Like, and why would it be any different this time around, right? And so token.com is basically that. It's basically, to put it bluntly, it's TikTok for investing in tokens, right?
Okay.
And that is the goal here is that when the next bull run happens, hopefully next year, this coming year, we don't get another Coinbase cycle. It's like, like it's everyone's forced down on Coinbase again, and but rather than like Ripple in second place, it's like Solana, like the same but different, No, instead, what I really want is that people, that like people are like, dude, you're still using Coinbase? Check out token.com. And like people look at it and it's like, wow, like every single token like has their whole little world behind it. And I can find the ones that are exciting. Oh, Mr. Beast is launching a coin. Oh, like whatever, right? Like all this exciting stuff needs to be brought to the forefront. Otherwise, we ain't winning, right? Like our industry is like kind of like hitting a roadblock. So that's what we're like strategically preparing for. And like as that happens, I've had the domain token.com since November 2017. And like, I knew it was going to be a consumer crypto app, and like it's hopefully the strategy here is going to pay off big in the coming 12 months.
TikTok style in terms of functionality, and you can kind of just swipe up and scroll through all the videos.
Yeah, and then on every video at the bottom, the token is tagged, right? So it'll say Bitcoin or Solana or some new meme coin, and then right next to that is a buy and a sell button. And if a user hits the buy button or the sell button, that tells our system, our algorithm, hey, this is a really good video about this coin, and it'll start ranking that video higher, basically. So, like like Uniswap just had their announcement about the new chain, right? Uniswap token is 15% up today. Any moment now, the top video will become like, someone talking about Uniswap's doing something cool, like blah, 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 talking about that, right? That's how I think crypto should be experienced. Because if I go to Coinbase right now, I don't get any of that context. I just see, hey, Uniswap is up, but like nothing more. And we can't expect ordinary people to be on crypto Twitter all day, to follow all the people that we do, right? They don't have the time to page, they don't know, right? They just want it all in one place. And that's what we're building. The expectation is that this is more closer to a billion user crypto app than like the other incumbents.
And then is it relegated to the cryptos that you have available on token.com? Like if there's something that's brand new that comes out within a couple weeks and I make a video on it, am I able to put that token at the bottom for people to buy and sell? Or do we have to wait until it's like listed by you guys? Or how does that process work on the back end?
We are actually rolling out a major update right now on this. So how it's worked so far is we can list the coins that are available on the sexes that we have integrated and the dexes that we have integrated. But it still requires our compliance team to like kind of hit a button to agree. And so right now we have about 450 coins listed. The new work that's like rolling out right now is basically allowing us to list tokens as they get created almost instantly, with Solana integration coming very early next year, meaning that we, where we want to get to is like instant real-time coverage of like the major chains.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the main goal for you guys here at Permissionless? What are you trying to seek out while you're here? Are you looking for more users to keep building brand awareness? Are you looking for partnerships and collaborations? Is it kind of all of the above, or is there something in particular?
One of the reasons, besides I love Utah as a state. It's the nature here is crazy.
It's a beautiful state.
It's a very beautiful here. One of the reasons ultimately is I got an amazing speaker slot from the team here, and but really like despite the US's slow kind of like embrace of crypto, right? Like relatively behind on this. The reality is that the US is pretty much the cultural leader in the world on almost all technological fronts except for crypto right now. But most there's a lot of thought leaders here and influencers here and whatever, and we're building a platform for these people, right? Like, and we're allowing creators like yourself doing this to communicate the story of all these tokens that are coming out, right? From the most interesting and technical to the silliest, right? And so yeah, like we're here to meet people, creators, whether it's like media or influencers, right, with their own little things. Yeah, that's the priority.
Do you guys have your own token as well? If I take this episode and make some clips and post it on the app?
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming.
When?
Actually sooner than we made some decisions earlier this week, and it's actually going to come sooner than we initially anticipated. It will be here. Okay, so I can tell you the ticker. Ticker is very likely to be TOKN.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and it'll be, we just decided what chain it's going to be on. We'll talk about that a little later.
Sure.
But yeah, it's going to be really exciting. And it will be one to pay attention to because I believe it's better to launch a token at a very reasonable market cap and have it be a very positive community where it grows rather than like launching at ridiculous FDVs like we've seen a lot of these other chains do. And then it just gets dumped on retail in the preceding years. And I don't think that's the right way to do it.
Is it going to fit into your ecosystem in a particular way? Is it going to function as like a rewards type of token, or do you have what's the plan for it?
Yeah, I can talk about that. So there's gonna be two immediate functions when it launches. The first is that if you are a creator on token.com and you upload a video, let's say you interview you interview just keep it simple, let's say Solana, right? And you tag the token and that video gets let's say $1 million in volume, people buying and selling. There's a 1% trading fee that goes to you as a creator if you hold a nominal amount of our token. So you have to hold a specific amount of our token to unlock all the fees that you can be earning from your profile. And then for a user, so for a regular investor watching content and investing, the way it's going to work is that some of the videos that you're watching will be eligible for micro airdrops. So basically, let me back up a second. Like, if Solana really likes that video that you shot with them, like talking about their latest upgrade and like their new Solana phone and like their Game Boy thing, right? Like, they can actually boost your video, right? So they can put Sol tokens behind the video that you posted, which then will show this video in our algorithm to more people than it otherwise would reach. And if these people watch this video, they will get a tiny little Sol airdrop in the middle of their feed. So imagine scrolling through, and some of these videos are basically boosted. You're earning the project token from watching this video. And where our token comes in is that if you're a user, if you want to unlock the full airdrop that you can get from every video, you have to hold a nominal amount of our token.
And then where can people download the app? Where is it available on App Store and Google Play?
It is. I'm very delighted to report that as of last week, it is even available in the US App Store.
Nice.
Yeah. So please give it a try. It is going to be very exciting.
What does your guys' roadmap kind of look like going into 2025, even the last quarter of this year too? Like, anything that you can share with current or potential users that might be exciting for them to know, new features, integrations as part of the social experience?
Okay, so like the most exciting feature or like one feature that's about to roll out now is there's very poor internet in here, so it takes the time. But is that in your feed, right? If there's a token that you've never heard of, so let's say I've never heard of whatever this token is, alt. The next update is going to be that if I tap on the token, I get their little profile. But if I now were to start swiping, I see all the top videos posted about that token. So I can really quickly kind of like get the, all like the top information about this project much quicker than like reading their white paper or going to their Discord or anything else. Because like, and the content that's going to be at the top is the content that made other people buy or sell that token, right? Like that.
Would they also be able to like see a chart and see its history? And
yeah, actually, on the like when you hit the buy button, it shows the charts, and this applies on directly on the video as well. So if I hit the buy button here, it shows the chart. So indeed, you can like review like whatever price action is going on, and then just to buy, it's literally just as simple as like tapping to invest like that.
I like it. Is there any like share functionality, like if you wanted to share it to Instagram or TikTok or another platform to try and start getting your users to go over there?
Yeah, correct. So there is a share functionality. You can hit the share button, send it to whoever you want. That functionality is going to get better and better and expanded over time. Yeah. So right now, if you share and your friend hits that link, it opens a web page with the video, with the token tagged and like all this sort of stuff. And then it's like a download prompt, but we'll be able to have a full web version of the app pretty soon as well.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like a very exciting application. I'm going to use it myself. So people that want to catch episodes on projects and tokens, definitely check it out on token.com. And download the app. Mel, thank you for taking the time.
Brandon, thank you for having me. Excellent.
Likewise. Let's do it again soon.
Yes, let's do it again very soon.